This video is sponsored by SetApp. Multiple rumors have suggested that Apple is working on an updated iPad Pro that could launch at some point this fall. And some of those rumors have said that the next generation version could potentially come with a triple lens camera. We even recently saw some images of an iPad Pro dummy model pop up over the past month, and we were able to find one of those dummies for this video in order to help fill you guys in on what we could see in the next generation of iPad Pros. Before we get started, be sure to subscribe and hit the bell to get notifications whenever we share a video. This dummy unit that we have here is for the 12.9-inch version, but we can also expect to see an 11-inch model, just like the same lineup that we had over the last year. And honestly, from a design standpoint, there isn't really a huge difference from the current generation. Apple logo, iPad branding, and of course the pin connector that's located at the bottom of the iPad to help connect your smart keyboard case, just like before. The real story here is, of course, the new camera bump located in the top left corner of the device. The design of the camera is pretty similar to the ones that we saw in some of the iPhone dummies that we saw before the 2019 iPhones were actually released. We don't think it's representative of what the cameras will actually look like should this year's iPad Pro be upgraded with an iPhone-style camera setup. I would guess that the overall look of the camera bump and lenses will look familiar, if not identical, to that of the iPhone 11 Pro. And we can also assume that the same lens setup will be available here as well. Those lenses being a 12 megapixel ultra wide, 12 megapixel wide, and 12 megapixel telephoto lens. Like I said before, other than the triple lens camera setup, the design of the dummy iPad Pro is identical to the current iPad Pro, with the 12.9-inch display, or 11-inch depending on which one you have, slim bezels, Face ID, and no home button. Apple analyst Ming-Chi Kuo has said that Apple is planning on an iPad Pro refresh this year, but has given no detail on what to expect, while Bloomberg, another reliable source, has said that we can expect faster processors and upgraded cameras, but it's not clear if upgraded cameras means a triple lens camera system or not. Honestly, I'm not sure if I really would want to recommend people to pick up the upgraded version of the iPad Pro over the current iPad Pros that we already have, simply because of a 3-camera setup. Because I honestly can't recommend, nor do I want a lot of people really going out there and taking pictures with a gigantic iPad Pro. But it doesn't hurt to have these iPhone cameras on board the new iPad, and I'm sure some of you will find it useful, but a camera upgrade on a tablet being the main selling point is kind of a tough sell if you ask me. Because we're still expecting new iPad Pro models, the already announced Mac Pro, and the much anticipated and highly rumored 16-inch MacBook Pro, Apple may be planning to hold an event in October as it's done in years past. So be sure to subscribe to the channel and stay locked into MacRumors.com so you don't miss more information on any future products, events, news, and more. Now, before we end today's video, I do want to give you more information about this month's channel sponsor, SetApp. SetApp is one of the best places to find new and useful applications for your Mac. SetApp packs over 150 Mac apps into just one. Every app's developer on SetApp provides full support and seamless updates for their creations so that you can focus on yours. Since data is largely cloud-based, it only makes sense that the app should be too. So SetApp installs and uninstalls instantly while retaining your settings so that you can have it all without hogging any space on your computer. There are so many useful applications that I use on a daily basis, like Paste, Sip, Downy, and much more, with new apps being added constantly, as well as consistent free updates to existing applications. Go ahead and use SetApp completely free for the first week to see if it fits with your workflow by clicking the link in the description down below. This has been Dan with MacRumors. Thanks so much for watching, and I hope to see you around in the next video.